You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not savers, Be liking my flavor, I think it's cause ice on the wrist, on the wrist, on the wrist. Watch out for this. I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist, ice on the wrist.
I was legit ever since I blew. They all on my hey back then didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got choked long. Say I made her when I showed out my whip. Hey, spent my 10 on my fit. Ex slick then hit with the back then used to out the zip. Blow out his back and then dip. Got a whole party all on the ship. All these four things pull out the VIP. Suck turn up, baby, pour out the milk. So you know how I drip.
All in all, we have a pretty pleasant December day in the Volunteer State. The chilly rain from last night has moved on. The temps have bumped up a bit here at Nissan Stadium in Nashville. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Ready? 50 minus 50. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it. Get it.
This is the former Jet and Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Hey, check. 2 times. Five. 3 down. Hey, Mike 50.
Second and 5 now. Tannehill. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards.
That's good.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that'll open things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
At the 47-yard line.
Come on, set. 10 logo.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 3 down.
Hey, Delta. Hey, Sam off.
Looking to throw on second down. Davis. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 37.
Titans first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
That's a very nice game there, a confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
Push him back.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
2nd and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Hey, exit. Deuce.
Tannehill now to throw. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Remember, of course, he threw 5 interceptions in that loss last week. Opening drive, same result here.
But it's hard to believe that you can throw 5 in the previous week and start out your very next game the exact same way. He's going to need a lot of support on his own sideline. Make sure he gets really fully mentally into this one.
Pretty nice move, but not a ton of space there. They stop him shy of the 25. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 24, Watson. And Ty Montgomery has it complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And the Texans first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the pistol, the give to Jones. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. The defensive end, Cameron Wake, brings him down. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Reset. 19.
3rd and 2, Watson. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Switch.
They'll go with Jones. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. This is Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Watch 54. I'm here all day.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Double time, alert.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Hey, Charlie!
Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
At the 23-yard line.
Reset! 19! What we got?
Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. They'll run it with Jones. And Jones is not going to have the first down as they stop him short. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And it's now 3-0 Texans. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Out of bounds at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Up to make the stop, the Texans' leading tackler a year ago, Zach Cunningham.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check 3. Check 3. Check 3.
Here we go. Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 30 base. Hey, high 7.
Watch the eye.
Hard, hard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That's Yannick Ngakoue with a sack.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
We got 3 down, 3 down.
Let's go.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And he's got him in, Corey Davis. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Tannehill now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Now Lewis here on first down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score.
Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Come on, set. 8-3.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together.
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, Haywood. Ready?
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. He's got Lewis. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some room.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So on fourth down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Back to throw, Tannehill. Caught, right side, it's Lewis. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
At the 35-yard line.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Hey, echo.
Now Tannehill. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Here's Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Here we go.
Go out.
Jim.
Hey, orbit.
Again, Tannehill. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo. Hey, lock it.
Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Let's go.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Intended for Delaney Walker. Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. Succop's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40.
1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. The final shot before the break. Watson escaping the pressure right. That's caught by Montgomery. And he's got this down to the 35. So if you like field goals, this is your game. 6-3, 3 field goals at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cameron Wake in there for the sack, and it's an important one from a personal standpoint, as that is sack number 100 in what has certainly been a terrific career to this point. Here's Brian Anger now, standing just about on his own goal line. That's pulled in at the 32. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it'll be Titan football.
Okay, ready?
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their third of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
And absolutely zero surprise that that one was incomplete, huh? I mean, truthfully, how many OCs have we seen with 3rd and 20 on their play sheet and go, oh, I've got the exact play to dial up?
No, that's just a head scratching down when you're facing a 3rd and 20. Tried to complete it, couldn't get it done. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Set! 19!
54 Mike. Go, go, go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship.
24!
Watch the ship.
Again, it's Jones. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Let's go now. 90, Wolf. Smooth.
I got you. Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Come on. You better bring it. Go, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Ready?
Looking to throw on second down. Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 76 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range, but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Jones, and an alley to run. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Watch my board. In your face. Hey, watch out. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Watson being chased out left. He may try and run for this. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a first down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Watson over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Ty Montgomery that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now it's Watson, dancing to his left. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
50's the mic. Heavy on the edges. Heavy on the edges. 80 weapon. Hit it.
They begin with a run by Corral. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
15 line.
Check me out.
Get it.
A second down run with Lewis. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Hey, box truck.
They're not ready for this. They still
Snap.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. In 2018, Deshaun Watson had 5 fourth-quarter comebacks. Only Drew Brees of the Saints had more with 6. After the interception, here's Watson. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, it's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Now Jones. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Texans have retaken the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Titans on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Tannehill. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And the key number on that play, 3. Third play of the drive, third down, spectacular catch, turns into a first down.
First down saves them from a 3-and-out. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. It's caught by Davis. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point fourth-quarter lead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
50, Mike's 50.
Here's Tannehill. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
You better bring.
Ready?
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Crowell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Come get some.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
On 2nd down, it's Lewis. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Topper! Hey, Charlie! Get it!
Tannehill on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Hey, high 7 now.
He'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Titans 19, Texans 16.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now it's Watson. Got an open man. It's QT. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Back to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Forced out to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
Break the set. Look at the egg. 54 miles. They were pretty quiet. They were pretty quiet. Hey, 59.
Watson now to throw. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 21. He's back to throw. Rolling to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And a timeout coming in. This will be their final one with 10 seconds remaining. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 18-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Hey!
On the counter, it's Lewis. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
And think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches have given him, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball.
And look at this, it's a fake. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. So they get the first down. Maybe not a huge play in terms of yardage, but the fake punt does the job. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Watch the pass.
They run the counter. Lewis. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. It's his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Let's go.
Ready.
Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Tannehill throwing again. And that's complete to Lewis. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. On first down, it's Lewis. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and it may be a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go.
Now.
They'll toss it to Crowell. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Go now. 30 base. 61. Match box. Light.
They'll run it again with Crowell. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So a big play in this opening drive of overtime. Now looking at a 3rd and 3. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8.
Watch twins. Watch twins. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Echo. 56 to Mark.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's going to be brought down. He needed to get to the 20, but he's a yard or 2 short. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs rolled around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we sign off from Nashville.